I felt the need to take the time out to make this video so that I could get some things off of my chest. Because if I don't, my spirit just won't rest, and I know my heart and soul, it just won't sit right. So I feel the need to finally get some of these things off of my chest that I'm actually about to speak on. And speaking on any and everything it is that I'm actually about to touch on, I'm going to try my best to sound as politically correct as possible. And in the same sense, I want to stress that these are just my opinions. In no way, shape, or form am I attempting to try to push my beliefs nor my thought processes out on anyone else in no way, shape, or form. All I intend to do is to bring it to individuals' awareness, as well as attempt to potentially bring about a perspective change in other individuals. So, and also throughout any of this, some things that I may, speak on may also, be personal to me, my life and my story. So in no way, shape, or form am I looking for any type of sympathy. In no way, shape, or form, I've accepted everything that has transpired within me and my life, and I've made it to the other side. I've also taken accountability and responsibility for the actions that I've played, as well as, the things that I allowed to happen within my life. And I truly am grateful for God for giving me this opportunity to, make this video, to do his works, to have a second chance at life, as well as, to step into this role and, present what it is that I present in regards to what I stand for and what it is that I'm attempting to do within this world. So I'm truly grateful and I'm thankful, and like I said, in no way, shape, or form am I attempting to try and push any of my beliefs or thought processes out on anyone. All I intend to do is to, potentially bring it into individuals' awareness, as well as potentially a perspective change. So, with that being said, I truly don't even know where to start, in all honesty. So I guess I'll start at the end and work my way back to the beginning. Now, I know a lot of individuals probably get tired of me speaking on, my situation, my story, my testimony, but my situation has honestly opened my eyes. It has awakened me to a lot of things that have been going on within this world, in all honesty. And at first, originally, I was hurt, I was distraught, I couldn't believe it, I was in awe. But after some time going within and being on this journey that I've been embarking on, I'm truly grateful for the experiences, the trials, tribulations, obstacles, struggles that I've endured within this lifetime. Because in experiencing the things that I've experienced, it has aided in molding me into the man that I am today. But it has also helped me to understand my role that I'm supposed to play within this world. And that is to try and help other individuals that have experience the same type of situation that I have experienced, because in all honesty, it's a lot of individuals out there that have experienced these type of scenarios, but they feel as if they are alone, yet alone they are scared to actually step up to the plate and, express how they feel, yet alone tell their story. Too many individuals are living in fear, yet alone they make the conscious choice to let their experiences overpower them and change them into individuals that they truly are not deep within their heart and soul. So I am here to, do my part on behalf of God doing His works. So I am truly blessed to be here, and I'm grateful for the experiences that I've experienced throughout my lifetime. I wouldn't trade it for the world, because not only can I help other individuals, I can be there for them and let them know that they are not alone. And in doing so, like I said, my situation, it truly impacted me deep to my core, you know, to love someone, attempting to build with someone, to have a kid with someone, attempting to start a family, only for that to go up in flames, and then to have the one thing on this earth that you care for more than life itself to be taken from you. That truly hurt. And it has impacted me so profoundly, to the point to where I honestly, I've honestly cut myself off from actually relationships, because it really will do me no justice as of right about now, because I'm still within my healing process. I have moved on from the situation. I've forgiven all parties within the situation. I am no longer holding on to the situation, though I am still healing within the situation. And so I express that because, like I said, to truly feel and love someone more than yourself, to see their true colors and how they feel about you, yet alone their actions afterwards, it tends to play a major role in that individual's psyche, as well as their mental. And in enduring those type of situations, you begin to not only see your own strength as an individual, but you begin to get to know yourself and see yourself for the person that you truly are. Your character begins to show as an individual. And in doing so, I began to realize what it is that I truly do stand for. And like I said, this experience, it has affected me in such a profound way. I've stopped dating because it honestly has no benefits for me. And I reached the point to where I really don't know if I really want to have any more kids, because, my daughter is truly my best friend, in all honesty, hands down. She is truly my best friend. She is my number one fan. She is my biggest supporter. And I know that, I know that at heart, because whenever I do get the opportunity to have her, or when I have had her in the past, we'd go bowling. Hell, I could bowl a gutter ball, and she's jumping up out of her chair, running to me, clapping, "Yay, daddy, yay!" And honestly, I've never really had nobody support me, yet alone be that happy for me. And that really means a lot to me, in all honesty. And to not actually be able to be in her life, to have her with me, yet alone to watch her grow up, that's a pain unlike no other. And I truly wish that life wasn't like this. And I truly, I don't wish that on anybody else throughout their lifetime that does want to be in, their kid's life. But it's something that we tend to go through in more cases than you can honestly imagine, you know. And there seems to be a lot of individuals, females per se, that tend to make men fathers only to turn around and take the kid away from them and put them on child support, you know, just so they could pocket the funds to supply their means of living. And I mean, it's not right. It's not fair in no way, shape, or form, especially, if an individual really does want to be a parent, a father, and they get that small little taste of being a father only to have that taken away from them and then having to be put on child support, having to survive in attempts to try and provide for two households. And nobody ever really takes the time out to try and understand that individual's mental. Nobody ever takes the time out to try and find out, how are they doing mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, you know, because it's something that's been going on for so many years. It's the norm. And we have so many females that tend to get on Facebook and express how guys are deadbeats and, they don't do nothing for their child. And, they make their comments about, oh, well, if they are receiving child support, then that male should not be entitled to know where the funds are actually going towards. And it just baffles me in all honesty because, you know, that just goes to show that they are actually not spending those funds in the appropriate places that those funds are supposed to be going towards. And I mean, I personally do not care because I have made the conscious decision that, I'm not going to pay child support. I don't care what no court system says. In all honesty, you guys have taken my rights. The baby mother has decided that she will not allow me to be a part of my child's life. So, with that being said, you've made that conscious decision to take on all of the responsibilities in regards to the child that we share. Now, if my daughter ever needs something, then by all means, I'll definitely provide that for her. But I'm not going to give you more than I have myself personally. And that's just where I stand. Feel how you want to. I personally do not care. I will not sit here and argue, yet alone debate with anybody in no way, shape, or form about what it is that I choose to do within my dynamic. Period. And with that being said, a lot of individuals will tend to try and insert their opinions in something that they truly don't know anything about, only to insert their foot in their mouths because they tend to see a 30-second, 45-second, or 60-second clip and they completely miss the entire message when they don't even know the true story, yet alone all that the situation entails. They just base it off of a 60-second clip that they end up seeing and feel as if, oh, they have the right to state their opinion. And see, so many individuals have such a short attention span, you have no choice but to try and dumb it down for them, yet alone give them a small segment of a video clip, and they still completely miss the message of what it is that you are trying to get across to those individuals. And it's truly baffling that an individual feel as if they could insert their opinion still without necessarily knowing the full story. So it's kind of like, if you don't necessarily know the full story without actually watching the full video or taking the time out to listen and hear, yet alone understand, then your opinion truly doesn't matter in no way, shape, or form. Which is why I feel that I don't need no validation in no way, shape, or form from anyone at all in regards to anything that I have going on within my life. And so, not to just ramble and, try and gain some type of sympathy or nothing like that, because, like I said, this is something that's been going on for decades and generations. And the number one thing that males tend to receive in regards to advice is be strong, give it time, it'll work itself out. And that's not the best advice to honestly give an individual, because it's like this is the advice that the older generations had gotten, and it's steadily trickling down. And let's say at some point in time I decide that I do want to continue having kids, they're going to end up enduring this same situation, and I have to turn around and give them that same advice. And the times completely continue to change, and that advice, it doesn't work. It doesn't work, not in that day and age. And that's what people fail to realize. So why is it that we constantly keep on repeating the same repetitive cycles over and over and over again, you know? And it just baffles me that most of these women portray themselves as wanting a Russell Wilson, but they get one. They don't know how to treat him, and then they turn around and settle for a future. Nothing against neither one of them individuals. I'm just using an analogy. Why? Help me understand. Why put yourself in that situation only to turn around and be hurt in the end? We all have flaws. We all make mistakes. But what you fail to understand is that those children are the ones who are impacted the most, which is what baffles me when individuals tend to try and insert their comments and say, hey, don't drag your children into these political situations. Just completely say that it didn't work out and keep it moving. Well, hold on. First, let me stop you really quick. Because what you fail to realize, since you decided to comment, what you fail to realize is that these children are the ones that are impacted the most. They are the ones who are inflicted, obtaining wounds that was never intended for them throughout a battle that has nothing to do with them. They are brought into this without even having any say so in no way, shape, or form. So there's no way you can sit here and attempt to try and say, oh, don't bring your children into it, when they are the ones that are inflicted the most, inheriting some type of trauma, pain, and different type of characteristics that will turn around and either work against them later on in life or even be beneficial to them, depending on how they tend to process these different situations. So think about that before you decide to turn around and be like, oh, well, don't drag children into it, because children are brought into it as soon as the situation begins. Think about that. And going from there, going from there, we go to these different court systems looking for help, guidance, to try and alleviate some of the struggles, the pain, the heartache, the fighting, all of the above. And they don't even do their due diligence in attempting to try and aid in the solution to those situations. All they truly care about is getting their funds and moving on to the next case. They do not do no type of investigations in no way, shape, or form. They don't even have the best intentions when it comes to aiding and solving a problem in regards to situations like these. In no way, shape, or form do they. And I'm only speaking from my experience that I've had. On top of that, the lawyers that you pay thousands and thousands of dollars to, half of them they truly don't even care. They just want to collect their funds and act as if they will fight for you, only to turn around and do the bare minimum. And that's not right. It's not right in no way, shape, or form. And in the end, all that does is lead to broken relationships, broken families, broken homes, to the point to where it's kind of a setup in all ways, shapes, and forms, because the males, 9 times out of 10, get the short end of the stick, and they are faced with so many different consequences. They are faced with so many different obstacles and challenges of attempting to try and provide for two households, attempting to try and do their part, only to realize in the end that, hey, no matter what I do, I won't win. It's a constant struggle, it's a constant battle. Therefore, they either become absent parents, or they end up getting so far behind to where they can't do for themselves, yet alone others, to the point to where it's like, okay, well, now you have to go to prison because you're not doing your part in regards to what the courts say that you should be doing. And the women don't actually pay attention to the fact that it's all a part of the ploy that they are trying to bring about within society, because you guys are just relying on the government to give you what it is that they deem is necessary for you to receive. In the end, not really paying attention to the bigger picture. All they want to do is lock us men up so that you guys are out here defenseless, so that they can turn around and do with you as they so please to do. Hence the reason why they continue to let this cycle recycle itself over and over and over and over, because the more males that they have locked up, the less defenses you guys have against them whenever they decide to execute their plans. Because if you haven't really paid attention, there's only a certain amount, there's a certain percentage of this world, a certain percentage that actually has the money and the power to rule this world. A certain percentage. And they run everything from court systems to banking systems, all the way down to these different diseases that constantly keep on randomly popping up, that they quote unquote don't know where it came from, but all of a sudden, they have cures to these different medicines. They have cures to these different medicines, but yet they continue to try and infect us to kill us off. so that they can decrease the population and continue to maintain control. And they lead you guys on by giving you these simple little antidotes to, to alleviate the pain. They won't give you the cure, but they'll give you an antidote. There's no way you can have an antidote without having a cure. Look at Magic Johnson. Completely different story. But I'm just saying, they continue to give you these antidotes without actually giving you the cure, because they understand and know that by giving you that antidote without actually giving you the cure, they can continue to patent their pockets. All the more reason as to why they ended up getting rid of Dr. Sebi, because he was actually out here trying to make a difference in this world, doing good. And they already knew, hold on, wait a minute, no, you're going to mess up what it is that we have going on. So they chose to get rid of him. They want us to continue to live in fear. But a lot of individuals, they understand it and they are aware of it, but they choose to ignore it because they are scared themselves. And that's not right. We shouldn't have to live in fear in no way, shape, or form. That's not what God wants for us. At all. At all. Which goes to another topic of as a man, a black man at that, African American, it's hard enough as is attempting to live everyday life, be an upstanding citizen, yet alone be a part of a society that truly doesn't even accept me, yet alone like me. They don't want me here at all, in no way, shape, or form. So not only do I have to wake up every single day and attempt to walk on eggshells in hopes of not ending up dead or in jail, I have to live in fear constantly as soon as I wake up and walk outside of my residence, because I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to make it back home at the end of the day, because the treatment that is being projected my way, our way, whether you're black, Latino, whatever race that you are, of color, we tend to go through these trials and tribulations every single day. Period. I encounter so many white individuals that act as if they are so entitled, to the point to where if I hold the door open for them, they don't have to say, thank you, I appreciate it. And it's not everyone, but it's more than you can expect. I encounter so many individuals that walk past me and the first thing they do is start clutching their belongings like I'm about to try and rob them. I walk past an individual in their car just minding my own business, and the first thing they do is lock their doors in fear, as if, oh, I'm about to try and break into their car. And it's like, I've done nothing to you. I don't know you. You don't know me. We've done nothing to neither one of each other, but yet you cast some type of judgment on me. For what? If anything, I should be mad at you and your people for bringing my ancestors over here. We didn't ask to be over here. Y'all brought us over here. And yet you still continue to treat us the way that you treat us on a daily basis. After our ancestors are the ones who built this country. On top of that, you guys came over here and stole this country from the Indians. This is their land. They should be even more mad than we should be. And then the Latinos, y'all do them so wrong Y'all won't even let them come into the country, and the ones who do get the opportunity to come into the country, y'all want to pay them the bare minimum. And they produce the most work ethic possible just to even be treated a fraction of equal. Just a little fraction. To be viewed and looked at as people, as human beings. That's the thing about it. We are all people. We are all human beings. I am no better than you, and you are no better than me. So why do I have to continue to walk on eggshells on a daily basis, unsure of if I'm going to make it back home to my family, my kids, while you know for sure that you are? It's not right, man. And I'm not on here, trying to fight for equality in no way, shape, or form. I can already see that that's not going to happen. Like I said, I just want to bring it to people's awareness so they can understand, guess what? I'm a human being. I have feelings too, just like the next person has feelings too. I attempt to live my life on a daily basis under the notion of do unto others as you would want done unto you. So why is that so hard for other individuals to live that same way? Why? Why is it that we constantly keep on hurting people, damaging more individuals, damaging good individuals, just so we could have more individuals out here doing the same thing over and over and over again? Hence the reason why we have so much violence and so much killings going on in this world. See, I understand that as a black man, I already know living in this society that the odds are against me, especially with everything that I've been through throughout my entire life. I could be out here robbing, stealing, killing, yet alone selling drugs, but I choose to try and lead a life to where I can contribute to the community, to society, yet alone the world. And even still, while attempting to do that, I'm still not valued. I'm still not treated equal. And that's wrong. It truly is, because there's so many individuals out there that attempt to try and be positive, that attempt to show up every single day and try to do right. And they are very underappreciated. But this is the world that we live in. There's so many homeless individuals out here living within this world. And we have so many quote unquote rich individuals that do not contribute to aiding in helping out the individuals in this world at all. We have veterans that receive the least amount of care, yet alone they are homeless as well. And they are the ones that are actually fighting for this country, for us to have the freedom that we quote unquote have. And that's not right at all. And I pay attention to the politics and stuff like that. I truly do. I see, what's going on throughout the world. I see how many different countries, that are in poverty, that have homeless individuals that need aid. But what baffles me is the fact that America can turn around and send billions of dollars to other countries in the attempt to help them, but they don't do nothing for their own citizens. Yes, when COVID came around, guess what? We got 1,200 punk ass dollars. That's it. That's it. But you can send billions of dollars to other countries, and we are the most hated country in the world. We are the ones that's getting kidnapped every single time we go to a different country, being disrespected, being done any old type of way. And it's wrong. It's wrong. But yet we continue to do for others, but we can't even do for ourselves here in this country. Make it make sense. But yet we constantly keep on electing these same individuals that have been in these different positions of power for decades on decades, and they continue to recycle these same old laws and bills that are really not beneficial to us as the people, yet alone to our children. Because they are the ones that are going to inherit this earth at some point in time. They are going to have to clean up our mess. That's if they can even attempt to try and clean up our mess. So 9 times out of 10, they're going to have to reap the consequences of the mess it is that we leave for them, because we, the people, lack the responsibility and accountability to step up to the plate and do our part in attempting to try and clean up the mess we have made before it even gets to them. Simple as that. But yet we constantly sit back and blame other individuals for the problems it is that we face within this world today. It's nobody's fault but our own. And that's just being 100. Nobody's fault but our own. But a lot of people don't want to turn that mirror upon themselves and look at themselves and take accountability and responsibility for the actions that they've played within this earth for the duration of time that they've been on this earth. We have the power to make a change. Individuals just choose not to, because they know that they would have to look at themselves and understand where it is that they've went wrong. They're going to have to look at their flaws, their skeletons in the closet, their demons they have within themselves. People don't want to do that. They'd much rather point the finger, place the blame on other individuals, and play the victim. That's something that individuals have gotten so accustomed to. We've gotten so far from morals, values, ethics, integrity, character. It's not even funny. And not even consciously aware of the fact that by us steering away from those things, guess what? These are the things that we are going to be instilling within our kids. Those same crooked ways that you have, guess what? That apple don't fall too far from the tree. So think about that while you constantly living your life on a daily basis, doing those things that you tend to do on a daily basis. Children see everything it is that you are doing. They hear everything it is that you are doing. They're like sponges, and they soak that up, and they are only but gonna reenact those things at some point in time within their lives. Which is why we have the chance now to turn around and try and make things better for them. But it all starts with you going within. Stop pointing the finger. Stop placing the blame on other individuals. It's sad that we all are consciously aware of this, but we choose to ignore it. Because individuals don't really want to look at themselves. You'd much rather pay attention to the distractions of what this person is doing and what that person has going on. All because you're ashamed of what's going on within your life. When you have the power to go within, to get to know yourself, to heal yourself, and make yourself a better person for the betterment of yourself, yet alone your children. But individuals don't want to do that. They consciously choose not to do that. And then they wonder why we have so many kids going to prison or in the grave, yet alone looking up to these different rap stars and individuals that are on TV. They wonder why we have so many individuals as kids that idolize all these different people that have no relevance to their actual lives, it's because the people that are in their lives, they don't pay attention to them, they don't love them, they do not provide them with what it is that they actually need so they can be decent individuals. Because that's all you really can do is teach them how to be a decent individual if you live your life in a manner that is aligns morally within your moral compass. It's their job to choose to be good people, but you have to do your part first. But people act like they don't know how to do that. So, like I said, I didn't make this video to push my views onto anyone. I'm just attempting to try and bring it to individuals' awareness, a potential perspective change. That's it. We all have a part to do on this earth. We all have a role to play. But the question is will you and are you willing to step up to the plate and do your part? Are you willing to look in that mirror and say, man, you know what? I can do better. I've been lacking in this area. I need to switch this up and change this up about myself. Are you willing to step up to the plate and take accountability and responsibility for your actions? That's the only thing I want individuals to turn around and take away from this message. What can you potentially do within your life to portray yourself as a better person on a daily basis? How can I be better than the person I was yesterday? What can I do today to better myself for the future as well as for my kids, yet alone society? Because so many people are only worried about themselves nowadays to the point to where it's a dog eat dog world. Everybody is willing to step on the next person's neck just for an opportunity, just to get somewhere in life, just for temporary success, temporary happiness. Failing to realize that, guess what? These are the things that we are teaching our kids as well. So as you go about living your life on a daily basis, just think about that. Everything it is that I said in this video, I don't care what type of message you take away, what context you take away from this message. I just hope to change your perspective in one way or another. Hopefully I brought something to your awareness. Because all I want to do is help the world, help the community in some way, shape, or form. But this will probably be my last video for a while, because there are things that I really need to go within about and take into account for myself, as well as put some things into perspective. And no way, shape, or form am I trying to push my ideas off on anybody. And in no way, shape, or form do I expect any type of sympathy, support, anything. I just want to attempt to try and change people's awareness, or bring things into individuals' awareness. Potentially bring about a perspective change. So I hope I've done just that, whether an individual chooses to watch this message or not. It truly makes no difference to me. This will be my last video for a while, so love and light to everyone out there. I am the one and only Torn Moore, and I am divinely one of a kind. Love and light. Stay blessed.